Security analysis today pivots across three or four tools just to answer one question. How serious is this threat? Cerberus answers that in a single query. So here we have a quick start to see any pre-made decisions you want, anything to just test out. But let's just try a known one. Let's try node-IPC. And then we're going to click investigate. So, this was a real incident back in 2022. A developer intentionally shipped malware in an npm package used by 30 million projects a week, which is crazy. Awesome. So it's done generating the threat narrative, and let's just go and let's get started. So we have the TLP classification, which I set to Amber, or you can set to any one you want. And once it stamps, once it's generating, you get to see all the classifications classified constantly without touching it again. So for the extracted IOC, here I have it reads through the narrative and manually copying any indicator. Cerberus pulled all 13 automatically and already defanged by category, safe to pass directly into any Slack or a ticket. And then let's go to the internal intelligence. Instead of switching to a separate virus total tab, live enrichment ran in parallel. 48 out of 73 engines flagged this. Already here with investigation finishes. The threat score, not a guess, the graph computed it. A threat node, which has a sandworm team connected. 11 threat actors in the cluster, malicious IP. Every factor is listed so you can just audit it. For blast radius, instead of asking how bad this could get, you have a concrete answer. 84 entities reach from this package. And we can see the threat critical, which is a generated report for you to read and get more into. And lastly, we have over here the detection sketches. This part will let you go around, see the Sigma and Yara. You could copy and paste it anywhere. As well as you get to investigate anything linked to this attack or any malicious malware, which we could click over here, but in a sec, first let me explain that you could actually generate a PDF report. Let's click this over here, boom, and then you could even have a markdown file saved, so you could copy and paste. You can see a stick bundle. You could see the raw JSON files as well, paste it anywhere. And then you can even see a permalink that could take you directly back to this page, actually. And then finally, we have the threat graph. Let's go over here and talk about it. So cyan is the packages, oranges is the IP address, pink is the threat actor, and the hot pink is technique. So we can even go through each node individually, see get clear view, and we can even add a note. So we know this was I wrote earlier, which was sandworm TTP confirmed, which is nice because it saves on the Neo4j database. And yeah, let's just go ahead and click on the next threat to investigate, which already generated. And lastly, we have the MITRE, which is really cool. So you could go around, see what each one gives you a small description as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to move on to Kevin now.
As Emmanuel was demoing, he forgot to mention that there is an executive tab for non-technical people, and all the information in the threat graph and MITRE are stored in Neo4j. So Emmanuel showed you what happens when you know the package name, but analysts don't always get clean queries. They get raw reports in Slack at 2 a.m. Let's paste in this threat report. You paste a raw advisory, hit extract, and a rocket ride pipeline reads the text and pulls out every entity, packages, IPs, domains, vulnerabilities, and threat groups, scored by confidence, and trend straight to the graph. So that's 8 entities in 3 seconds with 0 manual work. Every confirmed pattern is stored in the agent's memory graph. and and one click exports everything to a shareable data bundle, so you can reuse the data collected from all of your investigations into your organization. And every entity maps to the real world. For example, APT 41 is right here. And you can see their infrastructure spanning multiple countries and continents. And this updates live as new data enters the graph. And so the raw report to structured intelligence in 30 seconds saves hours and hours of analyst work. And